Yeah, good morning, everyone. So I apologize for the delay. There was some technical difficulties. So finally able to log in. So Abdi, Nanta, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Srini. Good morning.
Yes, Srini, we can see.
Yeah, good morning. Let me start this a bit late already. So what is the today agenda here is about we are going to discuss about, before I start, let me introduce myself. Myself is Sini. I'm based in Singapore. Nanta, together my colleague Nanta and Abdi are joining this webinar today. And at the end of the presentation, you can have questions typed onto the chat box. So we are able to answer the questions. Today agenda is very clear, straightforward. And what is meant by Wi-Fi 6 today, and why do we need a Wi-Fi 6? So who are the customers are adopting Wi-Fi 6 into the network? And we'll discuss about coverage of the Wi-Fi 6 and performance and the economic value that we can bring together with the Wi-Fi 6. Then we can discuss about the opportunities that you can see in the market. That means various sector that the opportunity you see in the market. Then we'll discuss about the opportunities and the challenges that the market is facing, and how do we address the solution to the challenges that they are facing. So this is the agenda we are going to cover today. Before I start off with Wi-Fi 6, I just want to give an idea, what is Wi-Fi 6 today? So what is the Wi-Fi 6 prediction in 2021? This chart is basically from Wi-Fi Alliance. You can see from the Wi-Fi Alliance website, this one was captured this year about the prediction of what is going to happen in 2021 on Wi-Fi 6. This is clearly explained about each different market, and it was released together with the help of Cisco, IDC, and the Telecom Advisory Council, and together with the Wi-Fi Alliance. So there are a few takeaways here. So Wi-Fi 6 will see a strong global adoption across smartphones, tablets, and laptops and IoT devices in enterprises, education, retail, hospitality, and public areas. As you can see here on the right side, there are 4.2 million Wi-Fi devices shipping annually. That means, the Wi-Fi devices only is a 4.2 billion. So out of 4.2 billion, nearly 2.2 billion Wi-Fi 6 devices are going to ship this year. So that means it's a half of the Wi-Fi. So there will be a Wi-Fi 6 contribution, about 50% is going to shipping this year. One of the interesting things here, as you can see on the top, on the bottom of this one, the Wi-Fi 6E devices shipment is happening also this year. And then you can look at on the right side, and there are 63% of mobile traffic being offloaded to Wi-Fi 6. This number is going up every year, depending on the penetration of 3G, 4G is moving to 5G. The amount of traffic that is on the networks, but still 2/3 of mobile traffic is moving to Wi-Fi. So that is the meaning of here. That means, even 5G is coming up, the mobile traffic is coming up, but, around this, out of this, the traffic, there are 63% is going to contribute on the Wi-Fi. So even 5G is coming along the way. The 5G and the Wi-Fi 6 complement each other. This number remains strong. Wi-Fi offloading continue to become stronger and continue building up install bases moving forward. The bottom of the picture shows about the Wi-Fi 6E. The Wi-Fi 6E is a new standard which is based on 6 gigahertz spectrum, starting to come strong, already started shipping. Cambium is also part of Wi-Fi 6E by end of this year. Wi-Fi 6E is 6 gigahertz, is a whole new spectrum overall to provide a significant milestone in terms of enhancement of Wi-Fi ability to expand capacity overall. So this is the good prediction beyond the 2021. What is going to happen in Wi-Fi? What is going to happen in beyond 2021? As you can see here today, we are in the stage of Wi-Fi 4, Wi-Fi 5 stage, and gradually we are moving to Wi-Fi 6 and adopting and Wi-Fi 6 everywhere coming along. So it's a Wi-Fi 6 is the latest generation of Wi-Fi, offering greater capacity today, efficiency and performance for high density connectivity. So basically Wi-Fi 6 was introduced to deliver high network speed, improve efficiency, especially when there is a large density of users connected to AP. And Wi-Fi 6 gradually will deployed in enterprise, education, and retail, industrial, and hospital networks, especially delivering for low latency connections and support with a higher capacity and coverage. So moving forward, after Wi-Fi 6, there are going to be Wi-Fi 6E, which is based on, as you can see here, there is a, okay. As you can see here, is a Wi-Fi 6E is coming along 6 gigahertz, supporting up to 160 megahertz channel. So this is going to happen in 2022 or moving forward. As you can see on the right side, which are the countries are adapting the Wi-Fi 6E and which are the countries are considering. So as you can, very interesting things here I see here is, let's look at from the Southeast Asia side here and don't go into that other. Let's look at the Southeast Asia. So South Korea is already adopted the 6E solution today, and Japan, and very interesting, Malaysia. These are the two countries are considering to use 6 gigahertz in Wi-Fi 6E in moving forward in after 2021. And again, Australia is also considering to move 6E. That means what is the meaning of this? Means so Wi-Fi is growing. Wi-Fi is growing, is very tremendously, very aggressively moving to Wi-Fi 6, then Wi-Fi 6E, and Wi-Fi 6E depends upon the country adoption, country regulation. So the Wi-Fi 6 is currently available and everybody can afford to use it. So what we are going to discuss today is focusing on Wi-Fi 6. So later part, when we have a next webinar sessions, we'll be discussing on the Wi-Fi 6E. Today, our focus is Wi-Fi 6. So why do we need a Wi-Fi 6? Why we cannot, use a Wi-Fi 5 today? The reason being that these are the applications basically contributing highly on Wi-Fi 6, contributing high capacity, contributing high latency connection, contributing video streaming. For example, video conferencing is increasingly, very tremendously increasing. As you can see today, everybody needs to do the business video conferencing. And any business, if you want to talk, everything going through video conferencing. Video conferencing is a very important element today for business, not only business, also for education sector and hospitality and also for healthcare sector. So this is become, today we are talking about, is a remote surgery using the video call and all. So these are the things are coming along on the way. Then augmented reality, virtual reality, as you can see today. So these are the augmented reality contributing high latency, so very, very low latency applications, and also is a high bandwidth streaming kind of applications. coming along the way. So all these things is contributing very high capacity and high density and low latency. Then cloud everything. Today, as you can see, that 5G cloud 5G infrastructure is moving everything to the cloud. And today, all the infrastructure is moving to cloud. In order to connect to the cloud, so the connectivity between the end user, and go through the Wi-Fi should be able to connect concurrently to the cloud. And location tracking, as you can see, today you walk into the departmental store, you go anywhere, the location tracking is getting very popular to identify what is going on in the location. So Internet of Things, today IoT things. Today, people are talking about connecting the smart meter and connecting the remote controlled systems, everything through IoT sensors. So these are the things basically contributing. Now we talk about 4K, 8K video. So today, most of the movies are releasing in HD format. Moving forward, the movies are going to release only on 4K. So if you don't have a 4K capabilities, you cannot watch. For example, the Top Gun, the Tom Cruise movie is specifically releasing on 4K movies. So in order to watch those kind of things, you need to change your 4K boxes. Similarly, you need to change your Wi-Fi medium to pass the 4K videos to your devices, either laptop or your mobile phone or smartphone. And moving forward, the 8Ks are going to come. So these are the things, applications are basically, you need high capacity, high video streaming content, and low latency. All these things, what we are talking about, the applications, you need to have a reliable Wi-Fi. That reliable Wi-Fi will be addressed with the Wi-Fi 6 moving forward. So before I start up a little bit on the Wi-Fi 6, what is mean by Wi-Fi 6? So last time I conducted the Wi-Fi 6 webinar. So we have talked about all the Wi-Fi capabilities. So today I just want to touch about what is a Wi-Fi 6 can do. So it's very simple. The Wi-Fi 6 is a faster, high density, and higher capacity. So Wi-Fi 6 is introduced to address the greater capacity and greater efficiency and performance with the high density connectivity. So high density connectivity means we know one person connect to the Wi-Fi is not a high density. Talk about 100 users, talk about 50 users connected to the one Wi-Fi device. So what will be the performance? How do we scale the performance? So in order to address this, Wi-Fi 6 is built with the few the 6 elements inside the Wi-Fi 6. One is about Wi-Fi. The 6 is introduced with the multi-user YFDMA. So what is meant by multi-user YFDMA basically is to address the high network capacity and efficiency. Is basically a new encoding mechanism is supported by Wi-Fi 6. It allows the AP to divide multiple smaller subcarriers as known as a resource unit, and then allocate the subcarriers to the multiple clients, improving the low signal connectivity. So it means those clients are having low signal connectivity, it will improve by Wi-Fi 6. So that is the reason the Wi-Fi 6 is introduced with the multi-user YFDMA. YFDMA means orthogonal frequency division multiple access. So then multi-user MIMO. What is meant by multi-user MIMO? A multiple user, multiple input, multiple output. Basically to address the high density users. High density user icon, as you can see here on the right side. So there will be a lot of devices going to come. Mobile users going to be connected on the same network, and the medical devices going to connect on the same network, and the sensor devices going to be connected. There will be a lot of devices going to connect. So basically, this was introduced in Wi-Fi. I mean, multi-user MIMO was introduced in Wi-Fi 5 to support downlink direction. So that Wi-Fi 5 did not much care about uplink. So Wi-Fi 6 will support in uplink direction also together with the downlink, which will allow simultaneous communication to the multiple devices and improving overall speed and enabling network to do multiple tasking. That means so that the devices can do multiple tasking over the single network. Then 1024 QAM basically is to address the higher capacity. So it can go up to 2.5 gigabit capacity using the single radio. Then target wake time, TWT, is basically to provide a longer battery life, and this one enables the Wi-Fi access points to communicate with your device to tell when it exactly to turn on the Wi-Fi and when it is exactly to wake up and go to sleep mode. This will increase longer battery life for the connected devices. Doesn't matter what kind of devices, connected devices. BSS coloring basically to address the co-channel interference. So each SSID is binded with the device unique MAC address, which will differentiate between the signal between one network to another network. So increasing the network efficiency and avoiding co-channel interference. The last but not least, but security is one of the main stream of Wi-Fi 6 is introduced in Wi-Fi 6. It improves the overall level of security compared with the widely popular WPA2, which was introduced into in Wi-Fi 5. So so basically it brings is enhanced packet protection and encryption for the enterprises and end user clients, and even the connect to the until to the cloud. So it will provide you the enhanced security is 192-bit encryption standard, and it's a WPA is adapted into Wi-Fi 6 mainly to protect the network from the hackers. And while WPA A2 is a network hackers, they know how to get into the network. But W3 is highly protected, and you can easily adapt into the highly sensitive area and protect the environment from the wireless. So we had some quick poll with the partners and end users about, we are talking about something like an outdoor Wi-Fi solution. So why we are talking about outdoor Wi-Fi solution? And now, in this market, the Wi-Fi 6 was introduced with the indoor solution in the past. And recently, we have introduced our outdoor solution. And we are talking about this outdoor solution and especially focusing on Wi-Fi 6. And we did a poll with the customer. What is the expectation from the partners and the end user? So these are the poll results we got it. So as you can see here, and the customers are looking at coverage. So when they talk about outdoor, they want the coverage is maximum. Second thing is after coverage, they want the capacity. And third thing is they want total cost. That means the cost. So these are the main elements they are looking at. So let's look at what the customer wants in terms of Wi-Fi 6. Is they want to have a coverage, then they want to have a capacity, then they want to have a total cost of ownership. How much? What is the cost? And going to deploy the solution. So we are going to discuss about the 3 important points that the customer has requested from here. So what we introduced as we discussed here, so we introduced our outdoor solution in the mid of this year, and especially to do provide a wider coverage, and at the same time provide the capacity at the longer distance. So what we did is we carried out our Wi-Fi coverage test with our newly introduced Wi-Fi 6, the product called XV2T, and this is our outdoor solution. So what we also did is we wanted to have a comparison benchmark with our outdoor device. So we have selected two other vendors and which they are in the market with supporting outdoor, and people are talking about, these are the vendors also providing the outdoor solutions. So one is Meraki MR75, 76. The second is Ruckus 350C. So these are the outdoor model, and we did equally comparison test with the product in order to test the coverage. The best way to see how long it can go, we selected the long stretch highway, near to the somewhere Farm Hills in California, in US. So actually, I wanted to show the video here to how the test was carried out in the open field. Actually, this video will give an idea what we did in the field relatively with the other two vendors in the outdoor environment. And some, I believe, have some technical difficulties. So let me play this video and see if you can hear this voice. Maybe if not, one of my colleagues also play the voice at the behind. So probably you can hear this voice. Let me play this video for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Nanda, are you able to play play the audio from your side in case?
Yes, go ahead, Srini.
Okay, thank you. And if you cannot hear, I would suggest you to run this video 1 minute.
Hi, I'm Bruce Miller, VP of Enterprise Marketing for Cambium Networks. We're here today to introduce the new outdoor Wi-Fi 6 access point, the XV2-2T. It has an outstanding range and performance. This solution is hardened for outdoor use in any types of harsh environments. It has a very efficient antenna design, and we're going to demonstrate that today, showing the range of the product. We will be testing against the Meraki MR76 and the Ruckus T350C access points. Hi, I'm Gary Hansen, Engineering Director of System Test and Integration for Cambium Networks. We've been testing our Wi-Fi 6 outdoor access point from 0 meters all the way out to 1 kilometer. It uses high gain antennas with up to 9 dB of antenna gain. Also, the radiating elements are separated from the electronics. This provides a full 360 degrees of omnidirectional coverage and minimizes wireless nulls. Plus, this access point uses a dual slant polarization design, allowing for much more efficient signal at the client device. And this is important because client devices are not normally oriented exactly vertical or horizontal. All right, now let's begin our test. At 350 meters is where we see the first of the competitors' APs drop off. At 400 meters is where we see the second competitor's AP drop off. Between 400 meters and 1 kilometer is where you clearly see the Cambium AP smokes the competitor. And these are just some of the reasons why you see the Cambium access point has such incredible range and performance. We saw some truly outstanding test results here today. This chart shows an example of how range translates to coverage. With a range of twice as much, you actually get 4 times the coverage. So you can see, comparing the chart on the left to the right, you need 1/4 the number of access points on the right to cover the same area. In addition to less equipment, Cambium's price point is also significantly lower than the competitive solutions. And that's what this chart shows, where you see a total cost of ownership over 5 years, nearly half of the other solutions. So great range is nice to talk about, but what does this really translate to? Less equipment, less cabling, less installation time, lower maintenance and management costs over time, and that dramatically reduces the total cost of ownership of the solution over the lifetime of the product. For educational and business campuses, the solution is perfect for extending the indoor network outside for people that are moving between buildings or congregating outdoors. For outdoor public venues such as stadiums, racetracks, or concert venues, the solution is perfect for connecting large numbers of people. Not only does the product have superior range, but also high capacity, supporting over a gigabit of total throughput and able to connect hundreds of users. In public Wi-Fi scenarios and municipal environments, the solution can be mounted on light poles or on the side of buildings to cover large areas of the city. And with its superior range, can penetrate further into buildings to cover people inside. For temporary events, the solution is ideal as it features an integrated design with internal antennas and an integrated controller. The solution can be deployed very quickly and easily for these types of scenarios. Cambium's outdoor Wi-Fi 6 solution can be combined with Cambium's complete line of outdoor backhaul and
I think I can
to create
turn
an
off.
end-to-end wire.
Thank you, Nanta. Thank you for playing this video. As you can see just now on the video, you know what we did is our Cambium outdoor device. We put near to the we put our Samsung Galaxy phone near to the radio, and it was delivering about 900 Mbps speed. Then we moved to 450 meter. It was delivering about 127 Mbps in download. Then moved to 1 kilometer. It can deliver about 440 Mbps speed. So this is what we have seen in the video. So as you can see here, in the graph, we use our with the XV2 radio with the Samsung Galaxy, the phone as a client, and tested with 3 different vendors. And as you can see here is the Cambium one indicates the blue color, and the Meraki indicates the green color, and the Ruckus indicates the gray color. As you can see here is the when they move to 350 meters, and the Ruckus drop, and the Meraki at 400 meter can stay, and after 450 meters no one can go except a Cambium device. So from the graph, what is the important takeaway here is that obviously is a range. The intelligence is on the antenna, is able to receive and connect to the signal from the smartphone going out for far distance. Antenna, it is not our standard antenna that we are using on this product like other vendors that we are using on the product. We use our Cambium own designed high efficiency antenna that will bring up to the distance and coverage until 1 kilometer. We stop at 1 kilometer because even we can go beyond 1 kilometer, but we stop at 1 kilometer to see the tolerance of the antenna and the tolerance of the client device able to connect. So what antenna does means is it transmit high gain antenna, high gain on the transmit side. Basically most of the antenna can transmit on high gain on the transmit side. That is one thing. Also on the receive side, it can also hear back and hear better when we have a weaker signal, because the smartphone don't have a high gain antenna. So in order to address the weaker client antenna, so we improved the receive side on the antenna, and it can take care of the weaker clients. That is the takeaways here from the graph that you can see here. So what is the highlight of this product is the outdoor product is actually so we have added our innovative high efficiency antenna to support the superior range that we are talking about, so not only on the transmit side, also on the receive side. As you can see here, mostly you can see from the specification data sheet. I don't want to read through, but what are the two main points get across here? Is one is long range, the second is economic value. So we have designed a product that has a very interesting capabilities that can deliver long range and greater performance that we are doing at very economical price point. I have a couple of examples comparing with other vendors, especially like the coverage, and especially another thing is about TCO. I will share with you next presentation. So what we have done mainly on the antenna means the antenna design of the solution that we use high efficiency antenna that will provide a superior range. As you can see, the top portion is the antenna. As you can see here is that this is the antenna portion, and the lower part is the circuit design. So both are separated. So as you can see, the circuit is separated, antenna is separated. That allow us to establish a new baseline for performance in terms of gain and coverage. So another unique feature is that the PoE out from the device. So that will allow you to power up the backhaul device and any device, any PoE camera, which a PoE output can be connected. In addition to that, we have added our Xeris capabilities. We have recently acquired a Xeris Wi-Fi product. So the Xeris Wi-Fi product has a different capabilities. So we have added those kind of features like application control and easy pass and captive portal kind of features we are embedded into this radio, so that you are able to use a full fledged solution, including Xeris kind of features embedded into our radio. So that is the main thing I just want to highlight here. But as you can see, the rest of the features that you can see from the screen, that these are mainly supported. I just want to highlight also about the capacity. It can go up to 2.5 gigabit. So why I just want to put a 2.5 gigabit capacity here. Most of the vendors today, they enable the Ethernet port up to 1 gigabit. So the radio can go up to 2.5 gigabit. Why do we need to limit the Ethernet port up to 1 gigabit? So we don't. So we have allowed our Ethernet port on this radio to support up to 2.5 gigabit. That means our Ethernet port is 2.5 gig. Compared with the other vendor, they are limited with 1 gigabit. So this is a huge difference, especially the customers wants a very high capacity. How do we drive through the backside, from the backhaul side or the backend side with the higher capacity to the radio? So this can be addressed from this solution. So then I want to touch upon a little bit on the antenna pattern. As you can see, this antenna pattern you can see in the data sheet. So what is the best thing about it? Is you can read the antenna pattern. You can see that. But I just want to put a very important point here, and two important points here. One is, as you can see on the red pattern of the AP, you see on the both 2.4 gigahertz and also 5 gigahertz. So the circular pattern shows the top wave coverage of the AP. As you can see in the red one, you see the circular pattern show the top coverage. Actually, this circular pattern having very consistent coverage around 360-degree pattern. That's something that we are able to achieve with the design and purposeful way, so that minimizing the noise. So you don't have any major point that don't get the good coverage in full range with the use of Omni antenna. That is a big focus of the design, not only get a good range and also improve overall consistency across both 2.4 as well as 5 GHz design. As you can see on the blue side, is a side profile of the AP. Basically, we call vertical pattern, shooting more signal out from the face, out from the AP, from up or down signal. Basically, logically is a vertical coverage. That kind of side view can be able to provide even 360-degree coverage in the vertical side as well. So that is the main elements of the design, and it's not only just supporting at the downlink speed but also you are able to see the upstream speed as well. This picture shows the range translate into coverage with the range of twice, as you can see, with the range of twice as much as of 4 times coverage. You see the 1/4 of the AP needed to provide the same coverage. For example, if you are using 36 AP to provide the coverage area, if you use a Cambium outdoor device, you need a 9 AP to provide the coverage. So as you can see in the video, as you just now you see in the video, the great range is nice to talk about, but range is good. But what it translates to as an end user, it means less equipment. That means when you are using 36 AP and coming with the budget for the customer and how much, then you see the 9 AP. So that means less equipment, less cabling, less power, less insulation, lower maintenance cost, and lower TCO. At the end of the day, lower cost. So this is the main points I just want to highlight here. So let's look at this chart here. I just want to give you some kind of a view about for the total cost of ownership example. Let's look at the customer, the need have 100 APs to, they need 100 APs to provide the same coverage area. And as you can see here is Cambium is in blue. You need about 70 AP compared to the 100 AP. So the 70 AP 70 number of units able to provide the same to the coverage of the what 100 AP other vendor can provide. So it means in terms of the equipment cost, 30% lower. Then we talk about the next chart about the total cost of ownership for the 5 years. So let's say assume the the cost is a MSRP price less than $1,000. If you look at the other vendor, the MSRP price is almost double the cost of the Cambium outdoor device. So what is the chart shows means here, where you see the total cost of ownership for the 5 years, nearly half of other outdoor devices, other vendor outdoor devices, we can significantly lower 50% of the cost compared to the other vendor. So this will give the end user significant cost saving over the period of 5 years when deploying large number of AP covering large geographical outdoor area. At the same time, it gives a range, coverage, and capacity. At the end of the day, how much is the cost? So if you look at the cost here, is almost, by comparing with the 70 units at this MSRP price, you will get this much cost, around 60-70,000. And you see this one and cost. Not only this hardware cost, it also added up with the controller cost and the yearly licensing cost is basically scaled for 5 years as a total cost of ownership. So this is the comparison. You can look at it when you are proposing the product or when you are buying the product for your customer usage. We are also doing the indoor radio. So we have done few webinar on this indoor product. I just want to add this indoor solution. Cambium is not only focusing on the outdoor solution, also we have a large volume of business enterprises using with our indoor solution. As you can see here on the right side is our 2x2 radio, XV2, and the performance is great, able to provide 512 concurrent clients, and able to have with the the sensor built-in radio, able to do lot deterministic network capability. That means AP will decide everything, when to talk, when to scan, when to do the RF, when to do the the scanning and load balancing. All this is intelligence happening at the outdoor. Happening at the radios level, not with any external controller kind things needed in order to support all these capabilities. So sensor is built in inside. That sensor able to perform a lot of tasks. And as I discussed before, is a W3, WPA3, which is our highest security wireless security is embedded. And we are not forgetting about the capacity that he can deliver. So we have added 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port onto this radio, so that you are able to give capacity to the radio this much. So if you look at other vendor, they are limited with the 1 gigabit. So that is a big differentiation. You don't get into the unit, then you see that limitation on that. And this is going to, is projecting for almost another 10 years period, the customer able to adapt into Wi-Fi 6. So all other things you can see, you can read from the specification sheet. And coming back to the left side, and this is a 8x8 radio, and you can split into 4x4 into 2 5 gigahertz radio and 1 2.0 gigahertz radio. Again, this one is software defined radio. I will tell you next slide what is meant by software defined radio. And it can support 1024 clients and concurrent clients. That's what mean concurrent clients. And we know that this radio need, since it has 2 radios, 5 gigahertz radio 4x4, it need double the capacity. So we have added 5 gigabit port into the radio and 1 gigabit port, additional port for POA output. And all these things, WPA3 and sensor built-in radio, all the RF scan and interference, auto RF, load balancing, all these features are built in. I do not want to go into the individual features, but if you want to understand all those individual features, please engage with us and separate individual. We can have a one-to-one session to explore more about the product capabilities. And we are not just providing the unit, and we are adding a lot of application intelligence control inside that we can talk about in few slides. And software defined radio. What is software defined radio? Today, you buy this our 8x8 radio, which is XV38, and this 8x8 radio. Today, you can split into 2 4x4 5 gigahertz radio and 1 2.4 gigahertz radio individually. So why you can split? Because today, as you can see, not all the users have a Wi-Fi 6 phones. So today, everybody with the Wi-Fi 5 phones. So Wi-Fi 4 phones, some of them. So for them to connect with the current network, you can split into 2 4x4 radios to accommodate mixed clients. For example, you can connect Wi-Fi 5 clients and Wi-Fi 6 clients and Wi-Fi 4 clients as well. So to integrate all the kind of clients into the single radio. So moving forward, in 2022, when everybody's moved to the Wi-Fi 6, so you can switch into 8x8 radio. So you are able to provide a higher capacity to the individual clients when you convert into 8x8. So that is the biggest advantage. Today you invest on the Cambium radio, that you are able to expand it with the software defined capabilities from the centralized software. You are able to switch into 8x8 radio. So that is the great capabilities. So when you convert to 8x8 also, it can also work with the old Wi-Fi 5 radios, but not Wi-Fi 4 radios. So that is the capabilities. So before I also, in addition to that indoor unit, while I'm talking about, we also have a little bit comparison with other vendors today offering on the indoor solution, like Aruba and Meraki and Ruckus. We did a just quick comparison on the Wi-Fi 6. Not we did, actually is a third-party company called Tolly report from US. They took the 4 different access points. They tested on the 2 important performance, 2 important category. One is performance, second is a cost. So how this can perform in terms of performance, how it can provide the total cost of ownership. So as you can see, here is the downstream throughput. The blue one indicates the Cambium device, and the orange one indicates Aruba, and the green one Meraki, and the gray one is Ruckus. You look at the Cambium is a 8-bay radio, can go up to 2 gigabit capacity, while the Aruba also have a 8x8. They are about 1.2 because they are limited with the capacity 1.2, and the port also limited. And go into the in the 4x4 radio, and you see the capacity that we can deliver from Cambium. Blue one is 1.6 gigabit. I'm talking about download only, not the upload. Download, and you see all other devices are limited to 1 gig. So this limitation, we do not want to control the customer. Hey, use limitation. We given up to 1.6. So the capacity is the money, right? So bandwidth is the money. You pay for the capacity. So that when you pay for the capacity, you need to use this capacity intelligently and efficiently to make money. So all the capacity efficiently can deliver to the customer, and usage of a single user device able to get more higher capacity. So then we look at the cost, right? So we look at the performance, we look at the cost. So the Cambium today, as you can see here, is a XV38, which is a 8x8 radio. So it's the cost, the MSRP price. Actually, this is a open report. So it is available in the website. It's prepared by Tolly, the company, and they shared based on the MSRP price. So we cannot hide this MSRP price. That's the reason I want to show it here. And as you can see, the price of the MSRP is 1.3 versus 2.2, almost double the price of other vendor 8x8 radios. Come to the 2x2 radios, indoor radios, is about $600 and about $1,000 MSRP prices. So calculating the 5 years of total cost of ownership, how you can calculate how the price is contribute when you commit a large number of units for your customer. Okay, we have talked about the product, outdoor product and indoor product, and the performance and cost. How do we manage the network? How other vendors are managing the network? So let's look at from the management of perspective and the controller perspective, and how all other vendors. We took Cisco, Aruba, Ruckus. Let's look at how they are managing their access point. So in terms of management, they have a few platforms. One is they have cloud management. One, they have on-premise management, but they have also controller. As you can see here, and the orange one is a controller. So the AP doesn't have any intelligence. It's a dummy box. Basically, is a dummy box. All the intelligence are sit in the controller. Okay, you need a controller. Let's say if you deploy one customer 10 units, you need a one controller. If you deploy 50 units, you may need a one controller. This controller does everything for the APs. So any transaction, any load balancing, any beam steering, or any RF scanning, everything will be happening at the controller side. Okay, some say, hey, my product no need controller. Everything is on the cloud. Okay, very good. So Meraki say, I put everything on the cloud. Yes, they put the controller on the cloud. So when they put the controller on the cloud, they charge the licenses. Okay, so hey, you pay the licenses, I put the controller there, I will manage your network. So every time the AP need to connect to the controller, you sit in the cloud to communicate. And you see the connectivity is not good, you cannot connect to the controller. The cloud connectivity is not good, cannot connect to the controller. Then let's say you don't pay for the license fee for the maintaining the controller, the AP will be not operational. AP will be down. So that you have a, is a high dependency on the vendor that you need to operate your Wi-Fi network. What Cambium does, we provide some kind of distributed architecture. All the intelligence and the control sitting on the APs. So all sensor that we built into the radio, that will provide all the intelligence, radius control, connecting to the backend system, and load balancing, all the intelligence happening at the radio level. And what the distributed level cloud system, on-premise system does, it manages the network, it configures the device from the cloud, configure the device from the on-premise, and you can take the report from the device, and you do the debugging everything from the not controller, is a management management software from the distributed architecture from the sitting in the cloud on premise. So this way there is no single point of failure. So all the APs are at your control. This is the major difference that you see in the market. But I just want to tell why I put a little bit time on this one. Many of the people, they do not understand and what is the impact of putting the controller, what is the impact of putting on the intelligence on the cloud, and what kind of bottleneck they have. So I just want them to understand. Then, we since we have a little bit running out of time, I'm quickly going through it. As you know, many of you are aware of, we are offering different type of management software. One is our app-based solution, which you can install in our smartphones. Is called Sweep software. You can manage the network, a small network. Then we have a CMastro Essential software. That Essential software you can install, is a free of charge, free of cost, no need any subscription. You can install on your laptop, or you can host in the cloud free of charge. You can manage the network. Then we introduced our CMastro X. Why we introduced CMastro X? Because some customers, they said they want to have a managed services option. They want to manage the customer. They want to have some software that can manage from their customer. They don't need to depend on any other software. So we provide that capability. And also they want to have a report for 1 year. They want to have a report for 3 years report. They can have an advanced capability. Then we introduce CMastro X. Is a subscription based. So we are not pushing the CMastro X. You can see if you need this kind of features to use it. If needed, you can use it. If not, you can stay with the CMastro Essential. That will provide today free management with your device. So it can provide onboarding, it can provide configuration, it can provide basic features, all the features available. So, in terms of advanced features needed, you can talk to us on the CMastro X. That is based on the subscription based. So then we have SMS Cloud to address Xerox customers, Xerox AP devices. So Wi-Fi design tool, we have also, I don't want to spend more time on here because this tool is free tool available in Cambium website. You can download, and also our devices embedded with Ekahau, IBWave, Air Magnet. You can design the network using their software as well. So I just want to give you, few more points and who are the customers are adopting Wi-Fi 6 networks today, and what are the challenges? What are the opportunities today you see on Wi-Fi 6? Is the opportunity that hugely we can see on the education sector and public Wi-Fi and healthcare hospitality and retail and stadium. What it means there, all these sectors, opportunities, they demand for high performance. So when we talk to this sector, when we did a survey with the US-based company, K12, they did a survey to customers of different sector. So what are the top challenges that you are facing with the Wi-Fi network? So people are coming with a different kind of feedback. They say around 29% of people say, hey, my Wi-Fi is very slow. Oh, this is okay. So people say. Then 27% of people say, hey, I'm unable to support a large number of devices in the same example. Look at the education. People are, children's 40 students are sitting in one classroom. They want to do the concurrent video session, concurrent video online call with the video, and how they are able to support large number of users in the one single place. Not talking about one person using one Wi-Fi. We are talking about the large density of users. 27% they say, I'm unable to support large number of devices. Then 25% of people say that, hey, very inconsistent. Wi-Fi coming, sometime it goes off. Cannot connect, sometime cannot connect. So if you look at the whole percentage out of 100, there are 80% of people are complaining with a different type of complaints. Slow, unable to support number of devices, inconsistent. So all these will be addressed with the Cambium Wi-Fi 6 solutions. And I'm going to share those customers who are using Wi-Fi 6 with a great performance in the next slide. I just want, before I move into show you the customer use cases, I just want to give you certain kind of the sites, survey report coming from US. Who are the customers, who are the sectors, who are the opportunities that we see the video or the conferencing on those things are increasing heavily. The Zoom is occupying 79% and Google Meet occupying 75%. Microsoft. These are the huge application is contributing to the network. So video calls are tremendously increasing over the period of 2 years, and it's become a new essential for the education sector. And Wi-Fi 6 is ready to answer the call to transform traditional classroom to remote learning environment through more dynamic applications. So moving forward, Wi-Fi 6 will provide a foundation to keep students and educators securely connected with the new educational experience. So that's the reason we have a new approach with the customer with our product providing this kind of challenges in the education, and AP need to handle the high resolution video quality to mainly support concurrent Zoom sessions, concurrent Google Meet sessions, and this is really important for the vendor to take care of the highly demanding applications. This is something that Cambium put a lot of attention comparing to the other vendor, is because of we see the increasing video kind of applications hugely dominating into the Wi-Fi network. Cambium put this kind of quality of service to prioritize, limit, and block certain applications, and specifically on this kind of applications with user control. We added this feature to have a user control. This is especially needed for the education sector, hospitality sector, and the retail market, to control by the user, to control the applications directly into the user. So we added this feature into our radio. And as you can see here, I want to share some of the opportunities that we are already on this Wi-Fi 6 product. And this is one of the Baptist technology theological university in Korea. So you know, Korea is the first country adopted of Wi-Fi 6. So they have they need a very fast Wi-Fi into the entire classroom, and especially the students want to have a concurrent video session. They will need to meet the lecturer face to face. Everybody need to go into the online. Especially when they go into online, they need to upload the video. The uplink is very, very important. So these are the challenges they face. And with the challenges, the Cambium supplied our XV2, our indoor units, about 900 units, and 100 units of high density, our XV3 units, to do this kind of challenge, to address these kind of challenges. With this one, they are able to provide a very highly performing Wi-Fi 6 to the entire university campus, including in classroom and common areas and dormitories, and especially application control. So because the students are using different type of applications, so we provide this kind of application control to manage this Wi-Fi network in the university. Then is also one of the biggest school that we implemented here is about 25 schools in US have implemented the Cambium Wi-Fi 6. The reason being that they want this kind of school want to give a very high quality video call video to the students, and Zoom sessions and Google Workspace kind of sessions to the students to connect with the online, especially during the pandemic period. And they have, they are using about 1,500 XP3 units and is supported by our SMS cloud management. So with this one, what they are able to enjoy, every student is able to enjoy gigabit connectivity, and they are able to connect quickly, and they are able to run the concurrent streaming of video. Then hospitality market, healthcare market. Healthcare market, Cambium devices are certified to work with Stanley Healthcare product, Astrom product, and Spectralink product. Not all the Wi-Fi can work with this kind of is a healthcare product. For example, baby crib protection monitor, patient's wristband, contact tracing, wireless sensor, all these things to be communicated through the Wi-Fi to the centralized system to provide to the interface. So for this one, we need to have certified. The equipment need to be certified in order to connect this healthcare system. And Cambium newly introduced Wi-Fi 6 radios, XV2 and XV3 radios are certified to work under healthcare. Then is one of the public Wi-Fi that we implemented in the tourist city in Korea. Is a challenges what they faced is a very crowded market, shopping mall, and they tried with a few vendors like Aruba, Cisco to see the performance with working together with the Korea Telecom, our partner, and they are not able to get the very good performance with the other vendors. So they tried Cambium outdoor product, which is I talk about XV2T outdoor product plus our indoor product. They are able to provide very comprehensive Wi-Fi infrastructure to the market and public places where they have challenging in the connectivity places, and is supported with the Korea Telecom. And as you can see how many number of units they bought from Cambium to support the public Wi-Fi. So this is a great example for how our outdoor product can work in the public areas. Then, is a Korea railway, Korail. So why we put a lot of Korea means because they are the one who adapted Wi-Fi 6 when we introduced, because they are going very aggressively, and other countries are following up gradually and coming along the way. So these are the biggest our installations that we have. So this challenge is, the train is moving and the device vibrating, they will lose the connectivity. So, what we provide our They were using in the past the Xeris product XT230. Then they tested with our newly introduced XV22T inside the train, and backhaul by is a Wi-Fi, backhaul by 5G into that telco. So this train moving very fast, they provide the connectivity to the users. So this one our partner Bixen did with the core rail, and as you can see here today, they were using 550 units of our Xeris product, and recently they buy 100 units of our product, indoor product, and moving forward they are also committing large number of units for new coaches that they are going to add in future. And smart highway, we have implemented our product in the highway in the Europe, and we are talking to some of the one of the partner in Malaysia to provide the highway connectivity, to provide using our XP2 to outdoor radio. So as you can see, as you can go, this radio can go for 1 kilometer distance. So you can place this outdoor radio every 500 meter, and it can overlap between the two radio. So, with this one, we are able to provide a multiple connectivity. You can provide a sensor, you can provide a digital signages, and, you can supply this product to the transport monitoring, traffic monitoring, video surveillance. All this can be integrated in addition to the Wi-Fi, can be integrated. At the same time, when you're providing on the highway to the Wi-Fi to the highway, you can also connect the remote community villages along the road. So, this is another way of getting business, connecting the rural community along the highway. Then this is the retail store. We have done it in the Course Mega Store. This is the Wi-Fi 5 product, because why we put on this one here is basically a high density users are here. So we are talking to them to convert into Wi-Fi 6, because the high density users are increasing. So retail market is a good business opportunity. Then hospitality, this kind of hotels, they want to give a good atmosphere, good connectivity. Today, most of the businesses are transactions is happening in the hotel side, because you see the pandemic has stopped this one. People are traveling to one place to another place and stay in the hotel. They are doing the video conferencing call. They do a lot of connectivity. They need a very solid connection, especially when we do the video conferencing. When you're doing a lot of application like a 4K video streaming, all this need a very reliable connectivity, and customers will choose the hotel if the Wi-Fi is really very good. So this hotel implemented kind of Wi-Fi 6 is a mandatory for the whole campus connectivity. So as you can see, this Cambium is building the blocks for next generation campus connectivity. We provide the high performance Wi-Fi. At the same time, we also provide our intelligent switches to connect the Wi-Fi devices, and it will be transported to the multi-gigabit backhaul. We are introducing 60 gigahertz radio that will provide the connectivity from the fiber. You can extend the connectivity from the fiber. Let's say 10 gigabit fiber, you can extend to the Cambium 60 gigahertz radio and provide the connectivity to the public Wi-Fi and wherever you don't have a fiber connection. All these things we are able to do the end-to-end management through Cambium devices. I just want to give a few takeaways here, and sorry, I'm bit running late, and trying to wrap up. A few takeaways I want to give here, and in order to meet the challenges that you are going to face with your customer and your partners, is a Wi-Fi today is giving the idea, the prediction of 63% is mobile traffic is offloading to Wi-Fi 6. Even 5G is coming, and Wi-Fi is not going to die. Wi-Fi is going to dominate and complement each other with the 5G. That is the reason Wi-Fi Alliance is predicting the 63% growth is expected, especially Wi-Fi mobile traffic is offloading. And fast adoption is happening in enterprise, education, hospitality, public Wi-Fi, retail sector, as you can see just now in the opportunity slide. And Cambium Outdoor is provide innovative performance, superior range compared to the other vendor. So what it is translate to us, is basically is less equipment, provide higher coverage, longer coverage, and with the economical price point. So that is a major thing. Our software defined radio able to accommodate today 100 user, moving forward to use triple the capacity with the software defined radio provide. Application intelligence is today is highly needed everywhere. We talk to the education sector, we talk to the retail sector because they want to control the application, prioritize the application. So that control you can get it from Cambium devices. It is available. You no need to pay any charge for using those kind of applications control. Superior TCO, that means all these things, using Cambium outdoor solution, Cambium indoor solution, controller-less management software, CMS, so all this give superior TCO, superior cost of ownership to help to win your business and provide a great advantages to against the competitors. Altogether, at the end, is not is a least one, but is a CMS X is provide today very flexible management software, is a centralized, no need to have a controller everywhere. Centralized or end-to-end management platform today provide, and you can host it in the local office, or you can host it in the cloud. It can provide a flexible management to manage your Wi-Fi networks or our backhaul network anywhere from the world at an economical price point. So sorry, I took a lot of time to share this one, and I will try to optimize time next time in the webinar. And if you have any question quickly, we can wrap up in another 15 minutes time. Thank you for your patience. This one, and Abdi Nanta, do you see any questions here?
Thank you, Sini. So actually, we don't have any questions so far.
Okay. Please drop by any questions right now if you seen anything that you want to have. If not, please write to us, to our regional partners, and also you can always keep in touch with the Cambium team. And we are not, not able to contact or something. We are always able to contact and available through our inside channel managers and partners, and we are always able to share new technology at free of cost. We know. Let's say if anyone wants to understand Wi-Fi 6, please engage with us separately. We can host a one-to-one session with your company partners to educate about Wi-Fi 6, to understand its capabilities, and we can discuss further on that.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, so just one quick point, Nanda, here, that recently, last couple of months, you guys would have heard, right, that the whole world or global is actually facing a short supply of chipsets. So what does this mean is the whole industry, whether it's wireless, Wi-Fi, even to the extent of car manufacturing, is actually seeing the impact of chipsets short of supply. Hence lead times are definitely going up. It's not only affecting Cambium, but it's affecting every other vendor and also in multiple industries. So if you have any projects that you're looking at in Q1, Q2, I would strongly suggest, please discuss with your country distributor. If not, reach out to us, Cambium, and your inside channel sales managers, so we can manage the lead time by having a very solid forecast. So just wanted to let you know.
Thank you, Nanta. It's a good point, and it is not only is today. Singapore also announced, the ERP machines that they are introducing new ERP machines is late because chipset shortage worldwide. So it is affecting everyone.
Question, Abdi, I don't know if you've seen the question. So it's coming from Alicia. She's saying that Abdi, you had showed a software to determine the direction of Cambium. I believe it's she's referring to the wireless Wi-Fi designer, I believe. I'm not sure. So Abdi, are you aware? She wants a copy of that software. So before Abdi comments, I think all software with regards to designing, whether it's link planner, Wi-Fi designer for Cambium, is actually free and you can download it on our website. So we suggest whoever that wants to download, do actually sign up to be a Cambium connected partner. You will be assigned a Cambium partner ID. Using that credentials, login and password, you can actually download all the softwares. Abdi?
Okay, thank you, Nata. So I think this is relating with the Wi-Fi designer that showing on the presentation. Yeah, Alicia, so you can access this Wi-Fi designer on our support.cambiumnetworks.com. So actually, this Wi-Fi designer is working on the web base. So it's different with the link planner that we have, which is the link planner can be installed on your devices or on your computer. But different with the Wi-Fi designer, so you need to work on our portal to use of this Wi-Fi designer. Alisa, thank you.
Great.
Guys, so if not, we can ramp up and we can close the
Yeah,
session.
please feel free to write to us and any information related to the newly introduced outdoor product and how our outdoor product can perform against other vendor and what kind of the feature that we implemented here. So we can share to a company, and also we are open, and Abdi and I are available in the region to support you in terms of knowledge sharing about our new Wi-Fi 6 is and also upcoming, as you can see on my screen. Wi-Fi 6 is many countries are adapting. If you want to learn, understand about this product more, and we are more than happy to share the information with your team. Okay, so if no questions here, we can wrap up this one. Any other question came up here?
So far, no questions. Yeah.
So far, no.
Yeah. So we were actually looking to give discounts for people who ask questions. So since no question, I think everybody's happy with the discounts they have. So very good.
Okay, great.
Okay, so
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining this excellent webinar, and hope to see you in more webinars, and we can start sharing our new technologies and in upcoming webinar. Please feel free to register and come along to the webinar. That is my main request here, and that will enable us to connect with more information in future. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you guys to attend the webinar. We'll see you on the next webinar. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nanta.
Thank you, Abdi. Thank you, Sini. Great presentation.